Hey, Jody, how are you? Hello, Miss Alice. Godfather, what's going on? Just getting a fire going here and figured we'd sit around and do a fireside chat, Q&A kind of thing, and how that goes. So let me move you guys over here. How's everybody doing this evening? Awesome. Cheers. Yeah, it's 7:35. We got our longer days right now, so I think it's staying light till after 11 o'clock right now. So, hey, Jim, I remember you tuned in before from Chitina. We're gonna be headed down your way to. We're gonna dip net the Copper River this year, or dip net down in Chitina, get some of those Copper River reds. So double tap that screen. I would greatly appreciate. I'm looking forward to it, Jim. My daughter went last year, and we normally go down to Kenai, and she came back with just some massive, massive reds, and she said, obviously it's not easy dip netting down there, but just the size of the fish and everything were incredible. Hey, what's up, Ben, my bro? It is. I think it's 41 degrees, so it's beautiful. So my day was, it was good. It was good. A lot of uh, kind of a physical day, but it's always good. So makes you keeps you young, makes you feel alive. So now I'm enjoying the evening. So I know uh, I do a lot of the driving lives and everything, and I don't think I've really done many. I do the hunting. I don't think I've ever really done a sit down. I guess I've done a couple. I did one with Pain Train and different stuff. Um, so I thought I would do a fireside chat, answer any questions. You know, anything anybody wanted to know about Alaska, about me, about us, about our life, and all that stuff. So first sit down fireside chat. Nice. Hopefully you can hear the crackling of the fire. So 100 men versus a grizzly bear. You know, is it just me or does anybody else? It's like I can start a fire and it doesn't matter where I sit around the fire pit, the smoke comes right at me every time. Men versus a grizzly bear, who's winning? That's a good question. I would like to see that fight. I would like to see that fight. So I know who's winning if it's grizzly bear versus me and my 450 Bushmaster. So I'll move over a little bit and you guys will see the smoke will just continue to follow me. So, hey, Alaska Gold Hunter, what's going on, man? Yeah, finally dried out a little bit. How are you today? Thank you, Alice. I appreciate that. I know that 450 is nice. Definitely a bear slayer. So, since we've got the fire going, do you have any hot links to throw in there? Yeah, just made some bacon and different stuff. So sitting on a nice full belly, down in a couple beers, chatting with you guys. So I think I'm going to try to do a bear hunting live Thursday morning. and see if we can get onto that bear that's been out in that area we've been hunting. So sit back and watch. Oh, thank you, Alice. I've heard if you make air vents leading to the base of a fire, it will burn off the smoke. Yeah, it could be. I mean, then you kind of get with the more of a rocket stove effect. So I think it would probably hyperburn a lot of the smoke. So do you plan on doing hunting videos? Yes, ma'am, I actually do. I did one this past Saturday. I did a live. There's at our property, we have a 40-acre property about an hour and a half from here. So there's a bear, both brown bear and black bear running around out there. So we did a bear hunting live Saturday morning. We heard something, ended anything to even get a shot. So I think I'll grab a snack real quick. Half Empty says, we went looking for a bear earlier. They said it was roaming the area. What area is that? Help remind me, Half Empty. Yeah, it does burn the wood really fast. So especially a lot of what, oh, here's Biscuit. Hey, Bubba, what you doing? You want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? This is Biscuit. This is my village rescue dog. Oh, hold on a second. I got to do this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one, the only, Just Lurkin is here. What's going on, man? How's it going, bud? I know, Ben. I'm looking forward to that, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, Jody, I'm gonna start doing a lot more like long form videos with hunting content and things like that. That was actually the best, the highest viewed short I have is one where my wife and I were hunting, and I did a 1 minute short, and I think it's up to 14 or 15,000 views. I mean, it's not much, but it's my highest one. So I think a lot of people, you know, like to see the hunting content. Yeah, Godfather, he's a big baby. My German Shepherd's inside because if I'm out here, she's knocking the ball into the, you know, the camera and everything, trying to get me to play with her. So my wife took her inside to give me a little reprieve from from her knocking everything over. So anybody have any questions? Alaska questions or questions about me, my lifestyle, anything like that? No, I'm gonna let it go. I have to let it go. He made me an offer I couldn't refuse, so I've got to let it go. So I just don't shoot it enough. I just don't shoot it enough to, I mean, I have to go out. I mean, I can go out to my 40-acre property and, shoot 2,000 yards and stuff like that, but it's just, yeah, it's just not a feasible thing. And if somebody's making me an offer I can't refuse, it's like I gotta let it go. So this man owns Pure Alaska. So yeah, and I think it's like $4 or $5 every time I pull the trigger for rounds for that thing. So it gets to be crazy expensive once you go out shooting for a day with it. So no, I haven't. I was born and raised on the bayous of Louisiana, and so I was a Cajun boy. Grew up hunting and fishing down there in the swamps. Then went into the military, and when I retired, I got out and went to Indiana and lived there. That's where my ex-wife was from, and going through a similar situation. Oh, gotcha. So then I got divorced and had a daughter from my first marriage, so I stayed there to be with her and everything. And then once she graduated um, high school and and went on to college, and she graduated college and started her own life, I just Flatland, Indiana. I don't nothing against anybody, it just wasn't me. And when I was younger, I kind of my path. It was a decision to go one of two ways. It was either go to the military or travel to Alaska and become an apprentice guide and learn to guide in Alaska. I obviously chose the military, but Alaska was always in my heart. So I worked at CSX Railroad. I was basically an electronic engineer, basically more or less at CSX Railroad in Indiana. Packed up everything and just moved to Alaska. And I've been here for, I think, 2013, something like that, I think. So um, came up here and, you know, every day has been a dream, and met the absolute love of my life up here. And so living the dream. I will die in this state. I love this state. I hate leaving this state, so hey Nick, how's it going, man? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for stopping in. We're having a fireside chat. It's Q&A for Pure Alaska. So if you have any questions that you want to know, feel free. Shoot. Yeah, that was a good movie, Ben. That's actually a really good movie. Real Odds and Evens. Welcome in. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Do days get really long in the summer? Yes. We right now it's staying light until about 11:30. In the middle of June, June 20th is the summer solstice, so that's basically the longest day of the year, and we'll have 20 hours of daylight basically. And it doesn't really get dark. It's light, and then it kind of gets like dusk for a few hours, 3-4 hours, and then the light comes back, and then it's daylight again. So, and too much, you might make me move out there. No, I think everybody should come. Oh, it's like, what the heck's in my pocket? It's my other phone. I think everybody should come visit. I mean, it's an incredible place to I wasn't paying attention, my fire about went out. It's an incredible place to visit for sure. Um, do I live in, what is that, Great Britain? I can't see the flag. Sorry, my eyesight. No, I live in Alaska, United States. But welcome in, Jordan. What message was held for review? What's that? Yeah, I look like I snort Viagra. Yeah, well, your mom should know because she receives it. So, yeah. What's going on, Brian? Welcome in. Hey, bub. How are you, huh? How are you? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Hmm? You want to say hi? Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. All right, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, what I miss here. Everyone is just going to move to Alaska because of this man. Yeah. Nah, let him come in, man. We need little punk beta males in here. Little soy boy beta males. Hey, Hunter, what's going on, man? I am from Alaska. Nacy, how are you, ma'am? Welcome in. Godfather. Diversity, there you go. No, Brian, I haven't met any of the members. I've been to Haines, Alaska, where Parker's from, a few times. I've never met anybody from those. I've met people from the other shows and stuff. Met Sue Akins from Life Below Zero. I actually know Haimo and Edna Korth from The Last Alaskans. So those are really the only people I know or have met from the shows. So, hey, Hunter, love from Alaska. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks. Hey, CB, what's going on, man? You slid in. I didn't see you. It is, man. It is very relaxing for sure. So, no, I don't. I don't have one, Ben. I've thought about it, but love you too, girl. I haven't. I haven't gotten one, so I don't have time. It seems like to do a lot of that stuff. Mr. Raj is here. What's going on? It's getting close, man. It's getting close, Raj. It's daylight till almost midnight now. With all that open space. Open space. Have you ever had the urge to play an electric guitar through a full blown? That's a good question, man. There's been times where I've gotten frustrated enough, and I just walk outside and just scream, and it's nice to know that nobody hears you except the wildlife. So sorry, I'm missing that. Does it get warm or hot there? Both. Actually, I don't like when it gets warm. Hey, RP, how's it going, man? It is going. It's doing well, man. I hope you're doing well as well. So well as well. That's a lot of wells in there. Yeah, it gets in the summertime in the interior, which is like Fairbanks, where my oldest daughter lives. Um, it it can get into the 90s in the summertime, and in the wintertime it's negative 40s. I mean, it's insanely back and forth in the interior there. So yeah, but if it gets warmer than if it gets into the 70s, real odds I'm like, man, come on, it's got to cool down a little bit. So like right now it's perfect. It's in the 40s, and it's absolutely perfect. So oh man, no worries, Godfather. I appreciate it, man. Very extreme both ways. Does it get humid like that? No, it's actually it's dry. It's a dry cold. Um, and let's see what this message makes you more uncomfortable. A room. Thank you, Alice. I was trying to give him an opportunity, but obviously. Elevation? Ah, that's a good question, man. Let me see. Let me Google that, Nick, real quick, if my battery will last here. Let's see. What's the elevation of Wasilla, Alaska? 341 feet above sea level. So Nisi definitely has a late night hangout spot. Her room is so much fun. It is a blast to go in there, hang out, and just let loose and crack up. There's got to be other questions. Come on. So in the wintertime, you coming back here, bub? Huh? You coming back here? Oh, you're a big boy. Oh, you're a big bully. Big bully boy. Big bully boy. Huh. So in the wintertime, just earthquakes. I mean, I'm sure there's been tornadoes here before, but, oh, come on, back up, bub. You're gonna hit the stand. Come on, back up. Good boy, thank you. But it's primarily the blue wolf fur. Biscuit, come on, back up, Bubba. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you again. Lay down. Yeah, the blue wolf fur, I'm working on that. I am working on that, so. Good old PBR, that's right, man, PBR. Some of Alaska's finest brew. How you doing, North? Welcome in. That dog is a village rescue. That's our village rescue. He's a mutt, but he's such a sweet boy that you can't help but love him. He's just a big sweet boy. My German Shepherd is she's inside because if I'm out here, oh, here she comes. What's up? So here is Chama. Come here. Come here. Well, she won't sit still long enough, but come here. Oh, so I'll see how she does. Yeah. You can leave her. You can leave her out here, honey. It's fine. Well, I'm going downstairs for a minute. Yeah, that's fine. If they get too much, I'll let them in. Sorry. What I miss? South Park is funny episode about PBR. I like that Shed Crew shirt. Yeah, that's Pain Train. Well, there goes my snack for the night. I can't wait to pick up more beef jerky in the morning. What's up, Luke? Welcome in, brother. I know, especially her. She's a sassy frassy. It's funny. German Shepherds are so vocal. Everything is just, oh, there she is in the background. She's gonna start, don't you bump that stand. Well, my fire kind of fizzled, but what is a large wild animal that you don't care to hunt? Chama, please back away. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Refill. Beer refill. What is a large wild animal that you don't care to hunt in your area? I don't hunt mountain goat because I don't like the taste of the meat. So I will not hunt mountain goat. I only hunt, unless it's predator mitigation, I'll hunt trap wolves and other things like that. And then I trap fur animals as well, but I only primarily hunt what I eat. So I don't eat mountain goat, and I won't hunt bear in the fall. Usually I'll only hunt spring bear, because, oh, that's why I was like, where's the other? But once bear get into the fish, the meat gets real rank. So I don't hunt bears after the salmon start running and they start eating fish. So yeah, I don't even really trap or hunt coyote. We have them out here, but they're not a big enough nuisance to bother, I'm gonna move you guys a little closer. They're just not a big enough nuisance to bother with hunting and stuff, you know. So right now it is 8 o'clock p.m. in Alaska. Yeah, the wolves are definitely, especially like out at the remote property. You know, I've been that we built the cabin at this year, and Alice knows as well. Um, there's been a big there's been a big issue with wolves. They've taken it's taken a toll on the moose population because wolves don't just eat when they're hungry. They're opportunistic killers. They will kill just to simply kill. And so they are moose calf killers and caribou calf killers and so forth. So we're gonna actually start hunting and trapping wolves because the pack has gotten really large out that way. So oh, I'm sorry, half empty. No, I was Marine Corps, so Navy, and my first enlistment was Navy, and then I switched over to the Marine Corps. So and finished out my career with them. So finally, Nisi sees you. Has she been ignoring you? I tuned into Jay Royals live the other day, and she didn't remember me. I had to. Your brother-in-law was sent. Oh, okay. So he was at. Well, I don't know. Depending on when he was here, he could have been at Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson. He could have been at Clear Air Force Base, which is now Clear Space Force Base. And then there's what is it up north? There's an Air Force Base up north too. So. Oh yeah, north. It stays light right now. It'll be this light at 11:30 tonight. So. Thank you for your service, special with the best branch in the oh, raw. Semper Fi. Semper Fi, do or die. Ours is not the reason why. Ours is but to do and die. Hoorah. 4 years ago, I believe he's retired now. Oh, nice. Sorry for not greeting y'all watching chat. No, you're fine, Alice. Relax, sweetie. I just appreciate you being here. Hey, I've been watching from the hospital with my bro. It would mean a lot to him if you could shout out his name. Oh, was it something stupid, Alice? Yeah, just leave the goats free. Free the goats. Free the goats. Yes, I don't hunt goats, Nisi, so the goats are safe around me. So, but I do hunt the mountain sheep, so because they are good eating. You know what's funny is I can't wait. Ben and Vernetti are coming up for a moose hunt in 2027. And when we put a moose down, I can't wait. I know Vernetti's hunted elk and stuff, and they're pretty decent size. But man, there is nothing like walking up onto a 1,300, 1,400 pound bull moose, and just walking up and just like, good grief, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, half empty. I do waterfowl. Don't hunt geese, don't care for geese, but I also hunt sandhill cranes, which they call the ribeye of the sky. They're really good. I hunt grouse. As a matter of fact, we just had bacon wrap grouse. So yes, I definitely do. Oh, that's a good one, Jake. uh, you know what's funny, Jake? Is yeah, your sister's hanging under my freaking ding ding. She's my nutsack. Yeah, geese are greasy. That's the whole thing. So you tell him, Miss Nisi. Tell him. Never had grouse. I had bacon wrapped dove once. Yeah, the grouse is really good. Yeah, they are, CB. Certain ones, certain ducks are really greasy. There's like pintails, and there's other ducks that I don't really care for. I duck hunted a lot growing up in Louisiana. I don't duck hunt as much up here. Um, but yeah, and geese are just really greasy. Sandhill cranes are, man, they're not allowed a lot. Most states they're not allowed to be hunted in, but Alaska you can hunt them in the fall as they're migrating south. And man, they are so good. They literally call them the ribeye of the sky because they're so good. What message was deleted? Let's see. Let's see what some hands up, hands down. Yeah, yeah. Who's that, Nisi? Big Mac, I don't want to do that, man, because it would probably shame you. You know what I'm saying? White dudes aren't supposed to be hung like this. You know what I mean? So they say beaver are good if cooked properly. I've seen one. Yeah, I've had beaver. It's not bad at all. It's really fatty. So it's definitely, you know, Big Mac, no balls. Just like your dad. Your mama's got the balls in the family. Dumbass. We went to Duck Commander a few years ago. It was cool down in West. Yeah, that's pretty. Was it busy when you were there? Were there a lot of people? I suspect that place is probably crazy busy. CB, these trolls are juvenile. They're so easy. You know what, Ben? I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah. Gotta trap it to get it fresh. And by trap it, you mean holding her down, right? So I know these trolls are so. I mean, they're not even good, you know. Oh, during COVID, yeah, for sure. Don't tell you what, Nisi. Tell you here the safe word. Potatoes, potatoes. Safe word is potatoes. What's the dog's name again? Looks like she's preoccupied at the moment. That one back there, that's Biscuit. He's our village rescue. Chama is the German Shepherd. So we actually had her. Everyone always asks, about her name. So we had her imported from the Czech Republic. So she's Eastern Bloc straight back. So she's pure working breed. Her energy level, everything is equivalent to a Belgian Malinois. So from the time she wakes up to the time she goes to sleep, she is just spun up like a top. But so over there, every litter has to be like a certain litter all the dogs have to be named. Their names have to start with a D or a J, or well, her litter had to be a CH. So It was either chaga, which is a mushroom that grows on birch trees up here. So my wife and the kids were all like, nope, that's not happening. So I came up with chama, which is Yiddish for woman of power. So that's where her name came from. So, and of course, my youngest daughter. So, you know, I literally spent 3 weeks figuring out this name, and for everyone to be like, yeah, that's, you know, yeah, that sounds great. So I go up to my youngest daughter. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna name the dog Chama. And within 2 seconds, she goes, oh, like Chama Lama Ding Dong. And I'm like, oh my God, it took me 3 weeks to come up with that name, and you come up with Chama Lama Ding Dong in 2 seconds. Really? Really? So that was kind of funny. Yeah. So so now we call her Chama Lama Ding Dong a lot of times. That's, don't we? I'm not gonna throw your ball to you. It's not time. It's not. I'll we'll work when I'm done. Come here. No. Hey. So this is, you can see the pink ball here. This is my German Shepherd here. Damn, I spent 3 years to decide my gamer tag. I feel this out. I know, man. I know. Great names are hard to come by. No, get it now and go. I'm not going to tell you again. Oh, with Faith? That's cool. That's a cool name. Name struggle is real. Yeah, so the plan is Thursday morning, going to, figured everyone needs a little faith. There you go, man. Amen to that. So Thursday morning, I think 8:30 my time, Alaska time. So it's 8 o'clock here. We are 4 hours behind East Coast. I'm gonna do another bear hunt live, and then I fly out Thursday night and land in Phoenix Friday morning for my daughter's graduation on Saturday. So, and then turn around and fly back Sunday. So it's gonna be freaking crazy busy. Yeah, make sure you have those notifications on, man, so we can name mine Belgian Jaws. That's awesome. Is it a Malinois, CB? You have a Malinois? Oh, thanks, Half Empty. I appreciate that. Efrain, I'm not sure what you're talking about, man, but appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you helping those watch hours. If you haven't double tapped that screen, do that if you would. Thank you, Miss Nisi. I appreciate it. How hard is it to take a rifle into Alaska? Not hard. Not hard at all. If you fly here now, if you go through Canada, it's you know, it's a little more difficult because of their laws and things like that. But so what Belgian Mountain, man, CB, those, I almost went with a Belgian, and then we ended up getting her basically from a military breeder. So her, if we were to buy her in the U.S., she would probably be anywhere from 30 to 40,000. So we got her for a really good deal, getting her from the Czech Republic, and so we had to pay for the flight and all that stuff, but you know, it was still, and then we flew to Seattle to pick her up and all that stuff. So needy as hell. Yeah. Yeah. They're awesome dogs though, man. They are awesome dogs. 300 rum, nice. Yes, Remington Ultra, nice. Oh, CB, you ain't kidding. You're not kidding, man. It is worse, and my wife and I say that all the time. It's like constantly pushing, 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 pushing. And you can't give an inch, man, because if you give an inch like a kid, they're going to take the inch and keep pushing, 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 you know. It's crazy. So, Nick, if you're going to go to Alaska, what I would caliber preference, I shoot 300 Win Mag. That's what I hunt, primarily hunt moose with, bear, caribou. I used to shoot 6.5 Creedmoor, but I've gone to a 7mm 08 for caribou. And let's see, bear, it's 300 Win Mag or 450 Bushmaster for bear. For sheep, for mountain sheep, I shoot a 300 rim or 300 rum for mountain sheep. Trying to think of what else. I think that's the main ones right there. So 6.5 needs more. Yeah, I've heard that. It actually it didn't do bad for the caribou. It'll reach out there. It's a flat flying round, and it'll reach out, and it doesn't take much to put a caribou down. Believe it or not, as big as they are, it doesn't take a big caliber to put a caribou down. And I primarily, if I'm 300 yards or closer, I'll take a neck shot on caribou and moose. So it's pretty much instant lights out. So I got a decent deal, 250. Someone gave up on her after 3 months, but definitely needy. She hates being alone. Yeah, she, Chama's, she ate the door because she got, wow, yeah, that's separation anxiety there. Wow. Yeah, Chama, she stays in the crate during the day, and that's, I mean, given the choice, she'll literally will open the crate and she'll walk in. That's kind of it's her quiet space. We've never used the crate as punishment or anything. It's always been a place for her to go that's been positive. So she actually loves her crate. Both our dogs love their crates. So yeah, anxiety blankets, Alice, I've heard of that too. But so they stay in their crate all day because literally, even as well trained as she is, if she's left alone, she'll find something and get into something. You know, she just does. You know, she loves her crate now. Anxiety is very crazy. Yeah. And the thing the one thing I regret I didn't do with her as much is I didn't socialize her as much. So when we're out in public, she's not anxious. She's very confident, but she just doesn't. I guess it's much like CB could probably attest to this. Yeah, they are sneaky. She's very aloof to strangers. It's like, you know, she has her family and she knows who her pack is. Like if a stranger comes over, it's like she doesn't really pay them any mind. She doesn't want them to pet her. She doesn't want them to touch her. She's just very aloof to them. She's like, you're not part of my pack. As long as you're not doing anything to anybody in my pack, we're cool. But if you do, you got a world of hurt coming. But she's just very aloof to strangers, which I guess I kind of like. I don't want her being, you know, just outwardly friendly and stuff like that. Her job is to protect, you know. So Thor has never been in a kennel. Oh, really? That's awesome, man. That you can, you know, that he can roam and not tear stuff up. So 300 Win versus rum. What's your take? I struggled to decide, but rum seems to be more. That's pretty much it. It just is. It's more versatile. So that's a great way to put it. I've actually thought about putting my Win Mag away and just hunting with my rum. So I mean, it is. Ultra Mag is it's versatile. So I can't disagree with that one bit. Do that very well. Either social, she is good with dogs in the house, but others she's not a fan. She's not, you know, Biscuit's her fella, you know, they're thick as thieves and stuff, but she doesn't really care for other dogs, doesn't have a need for them, you know. So again, she's very aloof. Unless they come up and start sniffing her, then she won't bite, but she'll, you know, just and let them know that you know, don't want to be messed with. And a lot of dogs won't come up to her, I think, because they kind of sense that, you know, that she's kind of like, you know, don't, don't, don't play with me. I don't want to play, you know. So at least the intelligence they have keeps them, yeah, no doubt, keeps things interesting. That's a good way to put it. So rum is very powerful, definitely. See, that's one thing I haven't done is I haven't reloaded. I haven't done any reloading, and I really need to look into that. So no, the wolves are really, they're pretty. So what they do is they know that people equal danger for them. So what they'll do is they'll howl, and they'll find a way. They'll bark and howl and stuff, and try to get like domesticated dogs um, to kind of. They'll try to draw the dogs away from the owners, and then once they get them away from the owners, they'll attack them and kill them. So they're real clever that way. Bears generally, they're not a big problem. Usually when we go on hikes, we put bells on the dogs. So as long as you're making noise, bears will avoid humans. They'll avoid dogs if they can. It's usually when they get surprised and stuff. So what I do when I come out in the morning, because yeah, that's a very real possibility. I've come out in the morning and looked on the back porch, and right at the bottom of the steps, there's a, you know, full-grown freaking moose there. So I come out in the morning and scan the yard, make sure there's no wild animals or anything out in the yard before I let them out. So there's a bear behind me. Ooh, that's okay. Maybe he can snuggle with me, keep me warm. Welcome in, Jonathan. Appreciate you stopping in, man. I like my 6.5 Savage. It works for the 4 to 5 years I've had it. Not broken, so not fixing it. Yeah, absolutely, man. If it works for you, it works for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jonathan, it could be, man. So I can see the camera. There's nothing, but I appreciate you. You can barely see the bear. It's definitely something that could. It's Alaska, so you could see a bear walk right behind me at any point. So I agree with that, Nick. It's basically it's whatever you're comfortable shooting with. The most important thing is a good place shot. You know, there's people up here, there's native Alaskans up here that still hunt moose with a 223. You know, and it's just a well-placed neck shot, and it's lights out. So that's really, it's what you're comfortable shooting, what you can shoot, you know, and be able to hold on target and comfortably, and just a good shot, you know. Hey, SK, how are you? Welcome, Sebring for. Man, it is too hot there for me, dude. Too hot for me. What I miss? North said, if it's still that bright at 8, 9, or even 10, then what about 6 in the morning? Is it already bright again or still? No, it's bright by 6 a.m. So the sun right now, the sun's been coming up about 5, a little after 5 in the morning. I get up, my wife and I get up about 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, get ready to head to the gym every morning. And it's already, when we're heading to the gym, it's already light outside. So, let's see. CB says, North, I was going to ask the same. Scalo, I want an AR-10 and 300s. Well, get you one, Ben. Get you some, brother. Get you some. Rum belted like when, yeah. Well, it was supposed to be a fireside, but my fire went out. I didn't feed it, so not derived from military ammo. Sorry, I'm gonna text my wife real quick. Sorry about that. Are you thinking about coming up to Alaska, Nick? Short mag, kind of weird to be in a mag fed. Yeah, yeah. Rim lock, yeah. Oh, dude, it's CB. It's that's what I'm saying, man. It's just it's amazing. It's so quiet, so peaceful, man. It's just the animals, you know. Had my hunter safety for 3 years and still no hunt. Well, man, if you ever want to, man, let me know. If you ever head up here for a hunt. Yeah, it does look like a missile. Half the battle of coming up here to hunt is, you know, knowing where to go, you know, without getting a guide and all that stuff. So um, that's if you're doing a self-guided hunt, that's half the battle is knowing good spots to go, so you're not just, you know, wasting your time and stuff. So if you ever decide to come up here, give me a call. Let me know. I may just mail my guns to myself. They're cheaper at 100%. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's what a lot of people do, Ben, is they actually mail them up here and stuff. Yeah, someone was asking me that, Nick, the other day. An out-of-state moose tag, and it includes your tag, it includes your hunting license, and your tag is $800. A fat missile at that, Ben. I didn't tend my fire very well, guys. It's a screamer. Yeah, it's my brother's actually coming up this year. Um, you seen the 26 Nozzler, the new 22? No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check it out for sure. My older brother's coming up this year for a moose hunt. So him and his son came up. My nephew came up 2 years ago, I think. Trout fishing. Oh, wow. Trout fishing in the Black Forest. That's awesome, man. You do good? '26 poster is cool. 4,000. Wow, 4,000 feet per second. Wow. No worries, Alice. Yeah, so my older brother and his son came up. I think it was 2 years ago, and I took them out and guided them. And my brother didn't have a tag; he just got one for his son. And I ended up taking one right out of camp. So we were sitting there around a fire at moose camp, and all evening I've been putting out cow calls all evening. From camp, you know. And well, we went out that day, and it was kind of raining, so we were sitting in a blind. and just the pattering of the rain on the blind was like, it was almost like Chinese water torture, man. It was crazy. So we're like, forget it. We'll just go back to the camp. We can sit there under a tarp, stay dry, next to a fire, drink some beers, and just call. So I'm the designated moose caller. So I'm the moose whisperer. So I've been calling from camp all evening, and then my brother and his son went to bed. First rule of moose camp: do not go to sleep if there's still light out, because inevitably a moose will show up. So we're sitting there, and I'm kind of sitting in a chair like I am here, and the swamp's out in front of us. We're kind of on a hill and stuff. My brother-in-law's sitting there to the left, and head out, y'all. Have a great night, everyone. And chat, and good day to you, Alaska. Thanks. Hey, man, thank you, Godfather. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here, and always got good stuff to say, man. So I greatly appreciate it, man. So we're sitting there, and as I said, smoke always gets in my eyes, So we're sitting there, and we're chit-chatting and stuff, and smoke got mine. I kind of turned away like that, and then I look up, and right down there up the swamp, walking right up the edge of the swamp, is a big freaking bull moose coming right to us, And I'm just like, oh shit, slapping my brother-in-law. I'm like, oh, moose, 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 So we jump up. I grab my rifle, because the rule is he who sees it, gets to take the shot. So I jump up, I grab my rifle, he grabs his binoculars. Well, the area we hunt in, the moose has to be either a spike or a forkhorn, which is a real young bull. And then after that, they have to either be 50 inches wide at the widest points, or they have to have 3 brow tines on one side or the other. So looking at him, I could tell he wasn't 50 inches wide. He was close, but he wasn't 50 inches wide. And then, so I grabbed my rifle, and then my brother-in-law grabs his binoculars. And so he was walking up the swamp, and he must have seen us or something. So then he turned, and he was walking across the swamp. So he's walking away butt first, and I could tell he wasn't 50 inches, so we had to see about his brow tine. So my brother-in-law was kind of, doing, a bull grunt, so he was doing it light. So finally I was just like, real loud, and the moose stops, and he turns, and he turned towards us, and the side that he turned had 3 brow tines. So my brother-in-law was like, he's legal. He didn't even get gull out, and I just, bam, shot him, and just enveloped him right there. He just fell right there. So my brother's in the tent with his son. He's like, what the hell's going on out there? So we're like, we just put a moose down, and so they come out of the tent and stuff. And so anyway, we end up going over there, and we ended up success rates for your hunts. So basically pick someone to sleep. So yeah, I'm telling you, Nick, that is the rule of moose camp, man. Do not go to bed if there's shooting light left, because they will show up inevitably. And this is no joke, during the moose rut, moose get so horny that I've literally, people I know have been running a chainsaw, bucking up wood, and turn around and there's a bull moose behind them. They came to the sound of a freaking chainsaw. I mean, I guess if you only get it once a year, anything sounds good, But it's crazy. Hey, Dancer, how are you? Welcome in. And so, my brother comes out, what's going on? So anyway, we end up going over there, and my nephew, they'd never seen a moose, like that. So he walks up, and his eyes were just like this, he's just like, oh my God, because it's just huge, So we start processing it. And so basically it's my brother-in-law and I, or it's my brother-in-law and I, because I know, Dancer, they're huge. So so we start processing it. My older brother and my nephew, they're kind of helping, but when you don't really know what you're doing, you're more in the way. So my brother-in-law and I just get at it. So we're kind of like fluid motion. We both know what the other one's doing, and so we ended up getting this moose completely processed, quartered up, and back to camp, hung him up, tarped over, and all that stuff. So we got done probably about 1 in the morning, Meat was all hung. Everything was good. So we lay down, go to sleep, and get up the next morning, go out, and we're out. And my brother-in-law calls me the Moose Whisperer because I'll literally, oh yeah, Dancer, it tastes phenomenal. It's the closest tasting game meat to beef that I've ever had. So we're in the stand the next day, and I told my brother-in-law, he calls me the Moose Whisperer because I literally listen to moose and the sounds they make, and really practice all year to mimic those sounds and all that stuff. And so I tell my brother-in-law, I'm like, hey man, because he's in him and my nephew are in a blind over here, and my brother and I are in another blind. So we're on the radio, and I radio him, and I said, hey, do a real young bull grunt, So he does one, and there was a sound that I'd heard. There's a channel that I listen to, and this guy gets moose sounds on recording. And it was basically the sound of a cow moose who's being bugged by a young bull moose. And what it does is it'll get the attention of a mature bull to come in and stuff. So he does this, and I make this sound, and he radios me. He's like, what in God's name was that? And I was like, it's an irritable cow moose, being chased by a young bull. And he was like, okay, dude, I'll trust you. And I swear to you, it wasn't 10 minutes later, I had him do the same thing, and I did that sequence again. And it was probably after my second sequence, it wasn't any more than a minute. And all of a sudden, all you hear is roll, roll, roll in the background, and it was like, my brother-in-law was like, holy shit, it worked. So anyway, this moose comes in, and it's a big mature bull, and my nephew ends up taking this bull moose. It ended up measuring, I think, 57 or 58 inches, something like that. So it was a nice sized bull moose that he took. So that was pretty cool. So then my brother-in-law and I ended up processing this moose. So in less than 24 hours, we processed 2 mature bull moose, and we were both just freaking whooped. So he was, we still had a tag left. My brother-in-law had a tag. So he looks at me, he's like, brother, I love you, man. He's like, I'll stay here and we'll go after another one if you got it in you, man, or we can call it. I said, that's up to you, man. He was like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do another one. So yeah, we ended up calling it with 2 bull moose, which was, I think between the two moose, I think we ended up with probably at least 1,700 pounds of meat, So yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, 2 and 24 hours, it was crazy. Well, I knew that morning when we woke up, what tastes the best, old versus young? That is, that's a good question, Nick. Obviously a younger moose is gonna be, it's like veal. It's more tender, than an older moose. But I've never had a moose. My personal belief is the taste of the meat has so much to do with how the meat's handled in the field. I see people that just, the meat's on, they cut a quarter off and it's on the ground. I have a clean tarp that I lay open. I have a specific way that I do everything. And when I take a quarter off after I skin it a certain way to keep as much hair off. And then when I cut a quarter off, it instantly goes onto that clean tarp. It never touches the ground. It doesn't get leaves, dirt, and crap on it. And I'm just adamant about the meat staying clean. And I've always had incredible tasting, all my moose that I've got have always tasted incredible. So I don't know. I think there's places you can buy moose meat. You can buy wild game meat. But I don't know what the price is. Like I said, we harvest all of our meat, between the moose, bear, caribou, sheep if we get sheep. mountain sheep, whatever we harvest. You know, we harvest our own game, and then we process everything. We do everything ourselves from field to table. We nobody else touches it. We do everything on our own. Um, and then we do a lot of vegetables. I do potato towers. We sell kangaroo meat in the shops. Really? I've never had kangaroo. I heard people eat it, but well, Alice, I'm gonna have to after this moose season, I will, because what we have is it's been frozen all that. So what I'll do is I will send you a because you've been with me from the get-go. I will send you a box of moose steaks and all kind of moose meat. So and see, CB, that's the whole thing. A lot of that game flavor, moose. You really don't. I don't taste the game. It's probably the closest tasting thing to beef that I've ever had. Like whitetail has, a gamey taste. I learned different ways to get rid of a lot of the gamey taste. Like my bucks, the whitetail deer, the meat, I would soak it in milk, whole milk, because of the acid in the milk. I would soak it for 24 hours in the fridge, and the acid in that whole milk would draw a lot of that gamey taste out of it. And it was a lot better that way. Um, do you freeze and bandsaw? Walk us through the process. So what we do processing a moose is, hey, Hardway, what's up, man? No, I actually saw it, but it was over 100 yards away, and I never got a clear shot, and it never came in any closer. My battery ended up dying on that live, but um, oh, Alice, of course. No, I'm eternally grateful you've always been here. So processing a moose. So obviously in the field, moose are big. So you skin them in the field, and then you process the quarters. You cut the quarters off, and then you move them out at basically a quarter at a time. So when we get to camp, depending on, if we're at camp for 2 weeks, then what we'll do is we'll hang the meat, and then we'll put a tarp over it because water is the enemy. And we have them in game bags, and they hang, and they'll just sit there and hang and bleed out more, which is fine. And so then once we get done hunting and all that, we bring them back here, and then we go into the shop, and we have basically tables set up with butcher paper and all that stuff. And then what we do is we let the meat cure. We'll actually spray it with lemon juice mixture and all that. We keep the shop really closed and tight so flies don't get in there, but still we spray the bags and stuff with lemon juice, and that helps keep the flies away. Then once we're ready to process, we lay tables out, we get all the paper down, we do all that. And then we start cutting, the quarters and stuff. We start cutting meat off, we cut steaks, we take the back strap, and then we just start, as a hindquarters hanging there, you cut out like a roast, and you just learn where you're cutting and what you're cutting. And then a majority of our meat we turn into burger because we use burger for everything. So then once we get we get the burger meat separated in bins and all that, we get roast separated, we get steak separated. Then I'll cut off the silver, lining or whatever, fat and all that, because I think that makes the meat taste funky sometimes. So we'll cut off the silver skin, and then we wrap the steaks, we wrap the roast, and then we just left with the bins of burger. And then we have 2 grinders going. So we take the bins and we grind it. We do an initial grind through a coarse grinder. And then after that, then we coarse grind we usually use beef fat, and we do like a 90-10 mixture. So, it's 10% fat, 90%. So we do a leaner meat. And then after that, we do the initial grind of the meat, we do the initial grind of the fat, and then we mix it in together, and then we do 2 fine grinds. And then once it's ground in the buckets, we take it over, and then we take a pound at a time and we put it down, we wrap it in saran wrap, and then we wrap it in butcher paper. And then it goes in the freezer. The absolute best gamey taste meat, no process properly, is a ticket. Absolutely. I was going to travel to the U.S. and Alaska in a few years when it's safe and settles down. It's settled down here. We're always chill here, so yeah, I do. I use the hides for different things. I use as much of the moose as I can. I actually know some Native Alaskans, so the hooves on the moose, you can actually grind the hooves down and make gelatin out of the hooves. So I don't do it, but I know a bunch of Native Alaskans that do it, and I donate, you know, that stuff around. So my goal is to use absolutely every part of the animal that I can use out of, you know, honoring the animal. So let's see, I'm still here lurking, getting ready for bed. No worries, man. Good deal, Ben. Hey, what's up, Jim? I'm sorry I didn't see you, man. I'm just babbling on. I appreciate you stopping in, man. If you're still here, I hope you didn't leave, Jim. I appreciate you stopping in, brother. Thank you so much. What time is it? Oh, it been CIA. There's that CIA name. Thank you, Dancer. I appreciate that. Oh, I love no, the neck meat's good, man. Neck meat usually just gets, you know, it just gets ground up in the burger. So we cut out of the hindquarters, we'll cut out a few roasts. We're not big roast eaters, so what we'll do is we'll cut roasts out, and later on in the year, if we get low on burger or something, we usually don't eat a lot of roast. So we'll end up, like we just did that, I think 2 weekends ago. We took like 10 pounds of roast, and we just ground, or 20 pounds of roast, and we just ground it up into burger because we were running low on burger and stuff. So oh, absolutely. You can always use the meat. Always. Hey, the real red cat. Hello from Russia. Welcome in, brother. I'm here in Alaska, not too far from you, man. How are you today? Sorry I missed your comment there, man. Watching moose antlers shed makes my skin... I know, CB. I know. Two great minds think alike, man. You know what's crazy, CB, is... And my wife, it blows my wife away every time she thinks about it. So you have these mature bulls, and they shed their antlers in, you know, in the wintertime, right? So from that time and then until, you know, then the spring, they start, you know, growing their antlers again. So they grow these massive antlers, these massive racks in just a matter of months, man. If you think about that, that's freaking amazing. It really is. When you look at the size of some of the racks, you know what I mean? And I know what's going through Ben's mind, and I'm not saying racks, but like they're racks, you know. It just blows your absolute mind, you know. Yeah, Alaska and Russia are very close. We're tied in a lot of ways too. Yeah, real red cat. I mean, I know a lot of people from Russia. I mean, I've got a lot of close friends, brothers in Russia and stuff, because we were Russia before, um, you know, America bought Alaska. We were Russia prior to that, you know. So there is always a tie between my Russian brothers and sisters in Alaska. I have so much respect for a lot of the Russian people and stuff. So I've met a lot of really, really great Russian people. So Ben, I knew it, Ben. I knew it. I knew that's where your mind was. So what part of Russia are you in, Red Cat? Yeah, I agree, Nick. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, it's like you know, a lot of people unfortunately affiliate leadership of a country with, you know, um, with the people, you know what I mean? And that's sad, you know. because a lot of times the government is not a direct representation of, you know, the people and stuff. So hey, Lewis, how are you? Is it Lewis or Luis? If it's Lewis, put a 1 in the chat. If it's Luis, put a 2 in the chat, so I make sure I get your name right. Luis, all right. Nice to meet you, sir. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. How are you tonight? Where are you at? Where are you at in this wonderful world, and how are you doing tonight? California, nice. What part of California? What the real red cat? Russia and the United States should be in an alliance. It would be the strongest union in the world. I'm from St. Petersburg. Beautiful, beautiful area. Beautiful area. And I absolutely agree with you 1000%, sir. Love Japan too. I wish we didn't influence the car market so much. I miss the 90s. I know, right, Nick? It's crazy. Willie Garcia, Cali, Bakersfield, nice. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton for my entire career. So I was in California for many, many years. What part of Cali, Willie? Welcome in, by the way. San Jose, nice. Nice. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Good to have a couple Cali guys in the house. Representing Cali. Yeah, that was dorky, man. I shouldn't have done that. PP and SVT, yes. Luis, yay. I don't know if you guys are part of the family, man, but feel free to slap that subscribe button and join us. What I do up here is, this is the first time I've ever done kind of a sit down live like this. Normally I drive around Alaska and you guys get to see the scenery and the mountains and different stuff. I do hunting lives. Like this Thursday, I'll be doing at 8:30 in the morning, I'll be doing a live, a bear hunt. A bear hunt live. Then I do outdoors, just all kind of things in Alaska. So if you know, if that's the kind of stuff you like, man, feel free to slap that subscribe button, be a part of the family. We'd love to have you. I'm the same way, Dancer. I really do. I enjoy, and that's what I told my wife tonight. I was like, you know, I've never sat down and done like a face-to-face live like this and let people ask questions about me and who I am and kind of our life and what we do and things Alaska, and pardon me while I burp. So I thought it would be a cool thing to do, you know, and it looks like we've got a good audience, you know. I mean, it's not what, you know, a lot of people do, but I mean, it's, you know, we've got great activity, a lot of questions, a lot of people, and yes, Alice, exactly. Don't forget to turn on that notification, man. I'm heading out to Eureka this weekend. See if, did it cut off? See if the bears are out. Nice, man. Is it back? Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay now. All right, we back. Sorry, I had to refresh. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Hello, my love. Real Red Cat. Everything is personal weapons here. Citizen almost don't have it. But I know this submachine gun. My great-grandfather had one in the Second World War. It seems to have been made in Leningrad. Oh, nice. I know. That's what I was telling him. I was like, I wasn't tending the fire, my love. I wasn't tending the fire, and it kind of. I finished my beer too, so I.
No fire though. I gotta go in. I can't be out here with no fire.
Mrs. Alaska said no fire. She's going in.
Yeah, it's
So.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock and too chilly. So. Oh, hold on, honey. Here's this one, sweetheart. I hope so. Yeah, that's the goal. I think I'm at 9. I was at 9:53 or something like that. So shame on me. So I know. Alice said, "Shame on me for not having the fire going for you." Exactly. She said, "Exactly, exactly." I know, Alice. I'm a bad hubby. I'm a bad hubby. See if I can get her to spank me later for being bad. Yes, I am definitely trying to become monetized, Dancer, for sure. So it would be nice to be monetized because we're going to be retiring probably in the next couple of years. So our youngest daughter graduates Saturday from Arizona State. Woo! So we're seriously talking about looking at retirement and stuff now. So. Oh, thank you. 960? Okay, cool. So we picked up 7 subs from this. So that's awesome. Don't have too much fun. It's late. Good night, everyone. Hey, Nick, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for spending time with us, man. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you want to come up to Alaska and do some hunting, man, make sure you let me know and stuff, man. We can make some stuff happen. So I will definitely tell her congrats. I appreciate that. Thanks, CB. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Dancer. Exactly. Everyone subscribe and have those notifications turned on. Have a good night, Nick. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. For the Bear Hunt Live. Thursday morning, Pure Alaska. Bear hunting live. My German Shepherd's looking at me like, where's that voice coming from? What? Already done. Nice. What's going on from Tampa? It's a Valrico boy. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome to Alaska, brother. We're just hanging out, man. Just chit-chatting, hanging out, asking questions about Alaska, and just chilling out, man. You know what, Alice? I'm going to have to do a live when I'm in Arizona. And so everyone can laugh at me because it's not going to be pleasant. It's supposed to be 100 degrees. I don't do good in the heat. As Valrico boy in Florida and stuff, I'm like, no, I don't do good in the heat at all. My retirement plan is gold mining, not going so good so far. I hear you, man. Somebody say, Bullseye, you ever had a bear sneak? Yeah. Do you want a joke that made me laugh all day? A bear was walking in the woods, saw a burning car, got inside, and burned the fuck out. I'm sorry if it's... No, man. That's good, man. No, it's 18. It's 18 over, man. You're good, brother. I appreciate it. I always love good jokes, man. Yeah. Coming out of the outhouse at one of the remote properties, open the door, and there's a grizzly bear. So yeah, it happens face to face. So let's just say he's no longer with us. So how did Biden get pink eye? Because Vladimir Putin. Oh man. No, I really haven't had a problem with that, CB, because usually at camp there's a fire going and there's enough activity where, and I know that, forgive me if this sounds rude, but where the meat, we call it a meat pole, so we'll hang it across and stuff. And where we hang the meat at, we'll all take turns peeing around the base on the ground and stuff. And that basically lets a bear know that humans are there, and basically they understand, that's how animals mark stuff. It's like they claim it's theirs, they piss on it. So what we do is we piss on the ground all around underneath the meat pole and stuff. And at least you're in the outhouse, not big. Yeah, luckily I already took a crap, man, or I would have taken a crap right there. So when I'm hunting alone, kind of the same thing, Alice. I do things to kind of keep, the animals at bay. And a big one that animals understand is peeing, the smell. So I'll actually, if I'm at a remote moose camp by myself, I'll pee, different areas all around the perimeter of camp and stuff. And, then the fire's going and stuff like that. So, it so far, knock on wood, it seems to have worked. So the nickname for hairy gay bikers is a bear. Oh my Lord, Ben. What you doing, puppy? I see your ball. I see your ball, pretty girl. Don't you knock it into the camera. Come here. No, get over here. Sit. Lay. Good girl. Stay. Yes. She's such a goofball. You right. Gotcha. I worry about that one. I know. Yeah. I try to be as safe as I can. So you write it, name around your. Yes. I whiz all around it, Hey, Vitaly, how are you? I don't know what you're saying, but welcome in. All right, Ben is here with my pee in case the bears know how to read. One bear keeps stealing picnic baskets. It's a picnic basket. Hey, Vitaly, I wish I knew what you were saying, man. I don't understand. We have Red Cat in here from St. Petersburg, Russia. I wish I knew what you were saying, man. Hey, Red Cat, can you understand what Vitaly's saying? Hey, El Brujo, welcome in, man. Thanks. I appreciate you stopping in and throwing that like. Thank you very much, man. Hey, Vitaly, Red Cat's here from Russia, seeing if maybe he can translate what you're saying for us, because I'd like to know. I apologize. I don't understand it, man. I wish I did. Oh, is he locked up for what? Barbecue. Yes, bear nachos, man. You know, I wish YouTube had a something where it would translate, people from other countries, because we have people from Asia, people from Russia, and different things come in. Um, yeah, bear quesadilla. I wish YouTube had something where it would translate it to English. You know what I mean? That would be awesome. Bear paw soup or something like that. Yeah. Translation in real time. He writes that everything is fine in Russia. Awesome. I appreciate that, Real Cat. Tell him hopefully hopefully you understand English, Vitali. I guess I'm assuming you do, but I appreciate you, my Russian brother. Thank you so much. Bars, what's up, my bro? Welcome in, man. Michael's in the house. How you doing today, my bro? Oh, I bet you did go buck wild in the Philippines. Thank you, Red Cat. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Two Russian brothers talking to each other. I appreciate that. Hey, Stardashians. Yes, absolutely. I am in Miss Nisi's chat all the time. Love her to death. Oh man, Alaska is awesome, man. It's just it's beautiful. 9 o'clock at night, still light out. Um, Getting into our long days. It's awesome. Awesome for sure, man. Did what sailors do when they hit port after being out at sea. Yes, still light out for sure. Vitaly, if you're in Russia, man, I'm in Alaska, man. We have a close bond. We're really close, man. I definitely love Russia, man. Russian people. It's different, Stardashian, for sure, man. It's we're getting into the long days. Let's see what this is held for review. I'm not sure what that is. But by June, the mid-June, we'll be in our long days. We haven't had them yet here, Hardway. We haven't had them here. In June, Stardashian, we'll have 20-hour days. It's crazy. It'll be light out till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then the sun will go down. It'll just get like it is dusk, and then the sun comes back up again. So wintertime is when it gets. We have our long dark days in the winter. So basically, in the wintertime, it's the opposite. We'll have 4 or 5 hours of daylight in December. So I'm lying in the bathroom. I'm tired after working this week. I need to get up, have breakfast, and read something about the war between the North and the South. The North and the South here in America, or there in Russia? Yeah, it's different. It's different, Stardashian. It's you get used to having blackout blinds in the summertime because it will mess with you big time. It'll mess with you big time. See, Florida, I couldn't do it, man. I was just saying, I'm going to my daughter's graduation in Arizona this weekend, and I appreciate that, Trevor. Man, it's supposed to be 100 degrees, and I am not looking forward to being in that heat, man. I do not do good in the heat at all. So I've got to say goodbye. Thanks, PA. Love hearing about Alaska. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Dancer. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping in and showing some love and spending some time with us. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again, Miss Dancer. Remember, Thursday morning, Bear Hunt Live. It's too damn hot down here. Oh man, I know. It is. My brother retired Air Force Base in Florida. I think it was Tampa or something. And for his retirement, they had a golf tournament. Man, it was like 80-some degrees at like 7, 8 in the morning. I was like, oh, holy hell, no. No. Yeah, it's drier here. It is a dry heat here. And it's in the wintertime, it's a dry cold, and it does make a difference, but um we're gonna be close to no, dude, no, 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 nope, no. Keep it there, man. Keep it there. Lived in Port St. Lucie, Florida for opposite ends. Yeah, man, I can't do the heat. I grew up in the bayous of Louisiana. Um, I got to hit the sack too. I got a VA appointment at 6 a.m. All right, hey Ben, I appreciate it. Much love, brother. Always, man. Thank you for being you, man. Thank you for the support as always, brother. I appreciate it. Help you have good sleeps and sweet dreams, my brother. Love you as always, man. Military history, especially 1861, 18th Grant Jackson, Stonewall Fox Lee. I love it. Yeah, I'm a big Civil War nut as well, Red Fox. I love reading everything about war, and I'm retired. I'm retired military, U.S. Marine. So I love reading about military strategy, war, and all that stuff. Completely fascinates me. So, all right, there's my bro. I thought you left me. I thought cooking left me. Oh, I'll give you. There's a kiss on the forehead for you, bro. There you go. Yes, Linghan, I have been in combat. Yes. World War I, World War II, a little before my time, but yes, I have been in combat. So, hey, Stardashian, thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate that very, very much. Look forward to it, man. Look forward to catching your lives as well. World War II. World War II was, you could study World War II, man. There's so much there. Um, hey, I appreciate it. You absolutely, Caden. Thank you. World War II is, man, there's so much there. A lot of stuff that people don't know about. Just the stories, the stories about Pearl Harbor and all that, and there's so much history that people don't know, that how Pearl Harbor almost, turned the world, turned the war and everything that went in it, and how close we actually were, and there were pilots that got lost, and it's crazy when you read the in-depth history of the war, and just the shortened version of how we won and this, that, and the other. But there were so many times where we almost didn't, and it was crazy. And then you talk about the nuclear bomb, the atomic bomb, and that we just so happened to that scientists actually defected, and we ended up with, because it could have been another country that ended up with the first atomic bomb. It's just, there's so much crazy history about the Second World War. You could read about it forever. It's fascinating. Bars, my man, my bro. Are you going live tonight? Cooking? All my great grandfathers fought in the Second World War. One even reached. Oh wow, man! Wow. Yeah, I mean, you think about, you know, the Germans in the Russian winter, and they how, you know, they absolutely, it was Russia that defeated the Nazis. Absolutely. They didn't take into account those Russian winters, man, and it just killed them. Yeah, absolutely, half empty. Absolutely, man. And that's why just reading the history of it and watching docu-series and stuff on it, man, it's unbelievable, the history, just the in-depth history of the Second World War and everything that, you know, was there. So military pilots that had run. Yeah, that's pretty cool too, CB. There's a lot of those stories, man. A lot of pilot and all that stuff was kept under covers for a lot of years. um, and it's amazing how many pilots have had interactions with UFOs and stuff. And they're starting to release a lot of that stuff now too. A lot of the videos, because there's actual pilot cockpit videos of UFOs and different stuff like that that they're now just starting to release. Chilling with me today. Oh man, thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, man. Absolutely. I actually know a couple of Russian special forces guys, and they. Timma, go. Chema, go. I'm coming in a minute, baby. Alaska don't ever get dark. It does, just later on. So, yeah, I know a couple of my very very close friends were Russian special ops. So, very 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 good friends of mine. So, actually, it was one of them. I have a Kalishnikov AK-47 that was gifted to me by one of them, a Russian Kalishnikov AK, and you know, I've had so many people offer to buy that, you know, for ridiculous amounts of money, and I refused. I refused to let it go. I can't. It means too much because it was given to me by them. So I watched the Kalishnikov movie. They did a while back. It was more about him than the guns. Yeah, he's that's an amazing story within itself too. So it is 9:20 at night. Oh man, the fishing's awesome, dude. Fishing's awesome. We got you can go 2 hours south and be in the Gulf of Alaska and catch, you know, 70, 80, 90, 100 pound halibut, lingcod, you know, Pacific cod, um, rockfish, you know, and then you can hit the freshwater and you can hit trout, pike, grayling, burbot, um, salmon, of course. You know, we dip net for our salmon and stuff. So, um, you know, so yeah, lots of fish, man. Lots of fish. Yeah, it'll be light out till 11, lurking. And then as it gets closer to June 20th is our summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. We'll have 20 hours of daylight on that day. So, and then the sun really never goes down. Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Peace out, my brother. I'll look for you in the morning if you're going live, man. I'll be on in the morning, man, with you. So We are going for salmon probably in June. We're gonna go do some. We're gonna go dip net for Hooligan, which is dog food out of it, and the oil's good for the dogs' coats and stuff. So we'll mix in some of their dry food, and then Jackie makes up like fish, and she'll put in like some peas and rice and stuff like that. So we kind of mix some of that in with their dry food and stuff. So I started learning English, but I still use a translator. I dream of visiting the USA as a tourist. Man, we would love to have you, brother. We would love to have you over here, man. Um, I would love to go visit Russia. I haven't had the opportunity, but it's definitely on the list of places that I will go to. St. Petersburg, obviously, with the history there, the cathedrals, everything, is definitely going to be a stop. So, um, right back at you, man. I want to go see your country so bad. And I'm sure I will after I retire and stuff. So, peace out. Peace out, my bro. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Is Vitali still in here, or is he gone? I couldn't understand what he was saying, Red Cat. I assume he was saying nice things. I couldn't understand it, so yeah, using a translator is definitely a good way to start. So I want to learn Russian, man. I want to learn Russian really bad. So we have a lot of Russians. We have a big Russian population here in Alaska, which makes sense since we were Russia before. Yeah, I haven't seen him either, Alice. I didn't know if Red Cat could say if what he was saying. My favorite writer is Jack London. I read books about Alaska. Yeah, yeah, definitely an incredible author. Good reads, man. That's definitely great books. Great books. We got a lot of transporters. I would love to use Google Maps translate. Yeah, I really wish YouTube would have something like that where it would translate. With all the technology they have and stuff, you'd think they would have something that would do that. Voodoo, what's up? What's going on? It's just not in the chats, okay. Yeah, I know with Google you can do it and, translate different languages and stuff. Just laying on my couch. Hey man, nothing wrong with that. Good place to be. All right, it's 12 p.m. and it's dark, so I'm off to the bed. All right, Lurkin, I appreciate it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, he's leaving the building. Just Lurkin. Thanks, man, for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Normally just on the comments. Yeah, that's where I've seen it, CB. I know I've seen it somewhere where you can hit it and it'll say translate. I wish they would do that on the live. It would be really cool. People understand your videos. Okay. They might be working on it. That'd be nice if they would. It would be really cool. Almost 1 a.m. here. Man, I bet you are laying on the couch in Voodoo. Good grief. Are you going live tomorrow, Lurkin? What time is it when you watch Money Bass? It's usually during my work day. It's time for me to go. I'm glad to meet you all. Thanks for the conversation. I wish you all the best. Subscribed. I'll run it again. Peace. Hey, man. Thank you, my Russian brother. I appreciate you stopping in, man, and being a part of it. And thanks. Welcome to the family, man. We look forward to seeing you more, and look forward to hearing more about Russia and chatting with you more, man. I appreciate you stopping in. This is a good family, man. Good bunch of good people in here, man. So it was nice having you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, Charles, how are you doing? It is definitely peaceful here. Just hear the birds chirping, and I had a fire going earlier, but I kind of failed on my duties and let the fire go out. I didn't pay enough attention to it apparently. So my wife came out, and it's morning in St. Petersburg. Oh man, well, I hope you have a good day, man. I hope you get some sleep anyway. So I did, Voodoo. I grew up in Lacombe, outside of Slidell on the bayous. On Bayou Lacombe is where I grew up. Just got off a 12-hour shift. Man, it's a working man right there. Woo! There's Cindy. How are you, ma'am? Welcome in. You're in Louisiana, aren't you, Voodoo? I think I remember that. How are you tonight, Miss Cindy? What do you do for a living, Charles? 12-hour shift. Homa, that's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got a couple buddies that lived out in Homa. Definitely on the bayou. How are you tonight, Miss Cindy? Hopefully you're doing well. I think I'm gonna do another bear hunting live Thursday morning, so you guys set your notification for that. I'll put out an upcoming live notification and all that stuff if I'm able to do it. So doing okay. Thanks, Alaskan. It's morning here. Yes. Well, hopefully you had good sleeps. I know you said you fall asleep, but you have trouble staying asleep. So hopefully you were able to stay asleep and get some good rest. Oh wow! Just looked at my phone. You got to get money bass to go catch a giant halibut. I told him, man. I told him he's afraid to fly. Apparently, that's the rumor I heard from a couple people. I'm not supposed to say that, but apparently, Money, who was in the Air Force, is afraid to fly. So I don't know how he's gonna get up here unless he's gonna drive for 2.5 weeks from Georgia, because that's what it'll be. It'll be about 2.5 week drive to get up here. So. I know, Voodoo. I know. Somebody, I don't know if you knew that or not, but somebody let the cat out of the bag and said I wasn't supposed to repeat it, but here I am repeating it. So, I think it was Blanchard or somebody that from his chat that told me that. I don't remember. Ah, man. Yeah, I don't remember who it was from the chat that told me that. They came into one of my lives and were saying that. I was like, oh no, man. Come on, man. How are you gonna be in the Air Force and be afraid to fly? No? I shh, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna have to jump off here, guys. My phone is at 4%. I just looked up and saw the red bar. I will definitely be there for the bear hunting. Had a good night's sleep for 5. Awesome. Good deal. His papers must have gotten mixed up. He was supposed to be in the Navy because he wasn't afraid of the water. He was just afraid to fly. Now he jumped in on the other morning, Saturday morning. I did a bear hunting live and he jumped in there because, you know, he's terrified to death of bears. So they're asking a bunch of questions about it and stuff. So I'll have to let him know that I'm doing one. I'm going to try and do a bear hunting live Thursday morning before I fly out Thursday night down to Arizona for my daughter's graduation. So yes, not really looking forward to the Arizona thing because it's going to be hotter than holy Hades, and I don't do real good with the heat, but it's for my daughter. So I would walk the gates of hell for my daughter. So for any of my kids. So I will, Cindy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that much. All right, Voodoo. Thanks. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you stopping in, showing the love. And I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and jump off here before my phone dies and I don't get to say goodbye. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, for showing so much love and just being awesome people. I love each and every one of you guys. I will. Thank you, Alice. Yeah, I do. So, guys, I always say, if there's someone you love, make sure you tell them 3 simple words that could mean the world to somebody. And there's no worse feeling. And I'll tell you this quick. I just talked to my stepbrother, and somebody's going to leave this earth. So it's 3 simple words. If there's somebody you love, please make sure you tell them you love them, because there's no worse feeling than not being able to say that to somebody once they're gone. No worse feeling. So you guys stay safe. Know that you're loved, because I love each and every one of you guys, and I appreciate you so much. Thursday morning, I hope to see you there, and hopefully Mr. Bear shows up and we have a good time with that. So you guys take care. As always, peace out to the next one.